Good morning. Chelsea asked us to talk about how St. Matthew's has transformed our lives over the last few years. To do that, we have to go back to September of 2013. We bought our house in Bowie, and we were immediately invited to join the Chesapeake Chorale. When I joined in January of 2014, I met a lot of members of St. Matthew's Choir, and we went to a church service around Easter, but didn't decide to start going on a regular basis. We were still new to the area and trying to balance our work life, personal life, and our travel times to and from work. In addition, we were still trying to start our family. It had been 3 years of fertility treatments, and while we hadn't given up hope, the process was taking its toll on us. Somewhere during the summer of 2016, Jane Thesson called and left me a message. She wanted me to come and read a part for the theater troupe, Chrissy from the Phantom of the Country Opera. Just a side note, the Phantom of the Opera is my favorite musical. I showed up, got the part, and started rehearsals. When they found out I was married to a tenor, they wanted him too. We both started rehearsals and met some more wonderful members of the church. We went out to lunch one Saturday with Chuck and Karen Hastings and John Jennings, who convinced us to come and sing with the choir the next morning. No problem, not like we knew the music, but we'll try. After that, we became regular members of the choir and were interested in joining the church. 6 months later, we finally got the best news ever. IVF finally worked, and we were going to have a baby. Through fellowship, friends, and prayer, things were going in the right direction. We finally found our church and couldn't wait for everyone to meet our little guy. We always knew we wanted our children baptized, and we picked the right place. St. Matt's is full of wonderful and loving people who are always willing to lend a helping hand, say a prayer, or just be there in your time of need. 10 days after Henry was born, we became official members of the church. We found our home away from home and are so lucky to have our church family, especially since our family lives a few hours away. Thank you for everything you have done for our family, and we look forward to our future at St. Matt's.
That's our what, and that's where we came from, how we got here. We're here finding a connection that we always knew would be here. There's so many friends here. Oh my goodness. We knew there's joy in our lives and purpose in our souls, and we knew that we were going to be okay, but finding more than just us is one reason we were here. Discovering that finding a connection with friends that we knew were out there, with things that we enjoyed on our own, just the interests that we shared, brought us together with folks that invited us here. We had a couple of weeks where the one folks says, it only took one trip to realize this is our home, our church shopping. 1 week was 2 trips. For us, it was 2 or 3. And it was something we already were striving for. We'd already made that decision. We want to expand ourselves, our lives. Change directions a little bit because we knew there was times in our lives that were challenging. And we knew that we would find the help, the joy, the service, the chance to give back somewhere where there's a home for us, outside of our home, our church home. And from there we joined, doing things that we love, the theater, the choir, getting involved in youth group when we have the chance, when we have the time, visiting the men's shelter, helping them out. That helps us. By doing those things, that helping them helps us, helps me. It was uncanny in the message today about not trying to conquer the world, just go out and have the friendship and finding peace and finding love and having the patience to realize that we can share burdens together. Having conversation, getting together with folks overnight. Last night from here at the church, letting them open up to me, open up to Erin, and talk about things that are happening in their lives and let us support them just as they support us. Receiving help, realizing when we go in to check about our son who hadn't come yet. He was a month early. Realizing, we have to go to the hospital right now, says the doctor. And so when we get there, there's a little bit of fear in our eyes, a little bit of uncertainty, and realizing our church friends are already here for other matters, and them coming over and saying hello and letting us know and be reassuring to us that it's going to be okay. We came here for the faith we have in God, and we stayed for the fellowship of our friends and the people that are here. So we thank you.